Hey everyone, it's Victoria Arnstein and I'm here from New York. And this devastation that hit with Hurricane Sandy was just exactly what it was, devastating. A lot of people lost lives, houses, loved ones, and electricity went out in a lot of people's homes. It got cold in New York and people really had to deal with a lot. I mean, I just lost television and internet, but nothing major, nothing life-threatening. I got lucky that way. My husband Michael was away during the storm. It was scary. Lots of trees in my area, and also my kids all got sick at the same time. They all got strep throat, and I was grateful that a doctor was around to give us some medication for that. My kids are not 100% raw, and they do get sick. And I'm grateful for the certain medicines that are out there that could provide them to get well. And they weren't fasting anytime soon. I'm surprised that I didn't get the strep throat that they got. I got a culture taken, and I didn't get what they got. And I did notice some things that I do have lately. I'm getting swollen. I'm not running as much. Well, I'm not running at all because my injuries that I've gotten since my 50-mile race. I have something with my Achilles on my right side, and on my left side it's my hamstring and groin, and I don't know what it is yet. I'm waiting for an MRI and keep you updated. But right now I have to deal with that, and I did notice that I'm a lot more calm. Even facing adversity, I'm much calmer than I was originally. I feel much weirder. Like I used to get anxiety from adversity and anything that was tough. I would get like this anxiety feeling, and I don't have that like I did. So that I'm grateful for that. And I think it's because the foods that I'm eating are much calmer. You know, they're not meat, they're not aggressive. But the foods that I was eating, I'm noticing also is having a lot of starches in place of fruit. And it was working for me because I was doing this while I was running. And I was running a lot. I was running like 100 miles a week, 80 miles a week. So, you know, I needed something more than fruit. That was me personally. But then I got addicted to these starches, and it was like that was my diet. I was basically on Dr. McDougall's diet at that point, and I was happy with it, but I wasn't happy with it. I wasn't gaining a lot of weight, but then I started to, because I wasn't having any fruit at all at that point. You know, now I was just having like a fruit in the morning, and then just having mostly grains, air popcorn, and rice, you know, white rice, but the rice wasn't enriched or anything. I think it just was just white rice, like jasmine rice. But anyway, because I got addicted to it, it was getting to that point of I only wanted that. So that's what was scary. You know, the grains are very addicting. But here's the thing. I was getting like a stiff back, stiff ankle in the middle of the night. It would just stiffen up. Like arthritis or something crazy like that. And I'm getting puffier, and I'm not myself at all. So yesterday was my first day that I actually had some like fasting going on, until maybe like an 18-hour fast, and then just fruit. And I felt so much better in the middle of the night. My ankle didn't get stiff. My back is not stiff. It's really strange. So I think that grains have a lot to do with, you know, stiffening tendons or muscles or something. And I think that arthritis might be linked to grains, you know, because that's what I was having. And how could I have gained weight? I can't gain weight on fruit like that. And I'm getting swollen. Well, I am putting a little bit of salt on my food, but it's amazing. You know, and I'm also getting some night sweats again, which I didn't have on fruit. You know, on all fruit, I don't sweat at night. Last night was minimal, I guess because I'm still detoxing. But when I'm on all fruit or all raw, I don't sweat like that. And sometimes I want to because it's cold out and I want to be able to get warmer. And the grains were like calming me down and I was really happy about it. But I think if I'm going to have a starch now, it's going to be a squash or potato. I can't do the rice anymore. I mean, I love rice. I grew up on rice, but it really doesn't love me back. So I'm going to say goodbye to it. I'm going to give it a funeral. I really can't. And then I might bring it back to see the experiment, but I think it might be an accumulation of having starches and rice, stuff like that, grains. It might not be the one-time deal, you know, and that's probably why I didn't see anything, and probably because I was sweating it out with my running. But right now I'm not running, and I'm noticing what food really does to me. You know, what makes me tick. And, you know, try your own experiment. That's my experiment, and that's what I'm feeling. I'm really quite upset that I can't run. It's taking a toll on me, but it's not killing me the way, you know, I thought it would if I ever got injured. I'd said, oh, what would I do if I ever got injured? You know what? I'm doing it. And I'm trying the power planks now. I'm stretching. I'm coming to terms with the fact that this is my time of rest. And I'm getting, you know, like accepting it. And it's weird. It's weird because I am a runner and I run every day. And not having internet and not having television and not being able to run is just, and having 3 kids home all week from school and sick and running around getting doctors and stuff. I mean, look, everything happens for a reason. Thank God we're safe. I mean, this is the worst of my problems. I'm happy. But, you know, they're still my little problems, you know, and I just feel like I'm coming to grips with not being able to run and trying to fine-tune what goes on with my body when I eat certain foods. And I really see a major swelling difference. You could see it too. I'm sure you could see it. I gained weight on the scale too, and I'm just not myself. But it's, you know, ebb and flow. Like, you're just going to go through highs and lows in your life, and this is a little bit of a dip for me. And I couldn't make videos all week. And I mean, I could, but I couldn't post them. So, posting this one today. I hope you get something out of it. And if not, maybe you know somebody that will. So, give them a little bit of a share and a like. And see me on One Fruit at a Time on Facebook. And I'll be back on Facebook again. Not as saturated as I was before, because some people were like, oh my God, Vicki must have lost, you know, internet or no electricity because she doesn't post on Facebook as much. But, you know what? I was doing it to help people, and I was doing it to also inspire people in, you know, eating well and doing well. And it keeps me in line, you know? It keeps me in the check, in the circle. All right, take care, everyone. Bye.